to be on track and focusing on the things that he wants so that he cannot go or be dragged in the past and in the past memories. So that can include also small tasks related to academic, small tasks related to self-improvement, small tasks related to, for example, stress releasing and exercises and all. So fostering also a growth mindset. All these things can foster a growth mindset, and we can teach also growth mindset for the child. So that is very helpful too. The fourth one is the creative and expressive arts. So what do we mean about this? We mean that we involve the child who has difficult experience in their childhood to do or to include in their therapy or at home art and music and drama, means expressive activities. And those expressive activities are wide, but I just sum them in this three categories. The first one is art therapy. That includes painting, drawing, and all other stuff. We can customize it according to the child preferences. So we start to do this with the child. That helps the child to allow him to express his emotions and experience through creative outlet like drawing and painting and sculpting. And also sometimes the child cannot speak whatever he has in his art. So art can help him to project this on something that he cannot express it. Music therapy is the same. Using music helps the children to express themselves, improve their mood also, and develop social skills too with others, especially if it's with the group. So it helps him to be feeling that loved and accepted at the same time as a group people. So it improves their social interactions. Drama therapy is also engaging the child in a role playing that role playing can help the child to reflect on his struggles. And drama activities makes them explore their feelings and others people experiences. So it helps the child to be in others' shoes at the same time, express themselves that in a way that maybe in the reality they could not express it that way. So the thing is about, I want just to add something here about the creative and expressive arts. So overall, arts and expressive activities can help the child in expressing their emotion from the first thing, and second, can process their trauma, and their trauma can be indirectly processed, building self-efficacy, which help the child be confident about himself that I can make a product or I can make something from my struggles or past struggles, and reducing their anxiety, because these activities all it makes them relaxed and more in their skin, and feel the wisdom. And this is very important in art, and especially in drama or storytelling also, which I did not mention it here. So the wisdom of whatever having the adversity or things that makes the child understand very easily the wisdom of these things. Instead of giving counseling sessions or giving just advices for that child, we can deliver it in a very good and indirect way for the child to process it according to their cognitive skills. The other point is parental and caregiver involvement. So in the first place, this point, we work with the parents or the caregivers of those children, and we help them to build the trust and safety with them again. So by what? By engage them or active engagement with the child on the daily basis, and asking the child opening discussions, make an open and safe environment and conversation with them, listening from them, having a modeling positive behaviors. Means I cannot tell the child not to lie, but I can be honest, that the child can learn from me honesty. Providing a consistent support. This includes that we give a support for the caregivers or the parents and give them psychoeducation on how to deal with those children. And we keep following up and feedback with them so that they can enhance the whole therapeutic method of those children, creating positive environment that I've talking about. Yeah. So the training for the caregivers includes, as I said, psychoeducation, and also if it's needed to be having a family therapy or what we call it, interaction, the parent interaction and the therapist, we can have some sessions together, all of us. So these are also very important for the child improvement. Okay, so what's the important of this point is that, first of all, the child enhance his emotional security. As we said, that the trauma affected children usually they have problem with safety and trust. So by involving the parents and the caregivers on this, so that we are giving a child more secure feeling and supported, which is reduces their anxiety and psychological struggles. Okay, and make them more stable. Second point is improving their coping skills. Observing and learning from caregivers positive behaviors help the children develop effective coping mechanism, such as if we are teaching or we are psychoeducation their parents how to deal with their anger or how to deal with their difficult emotions. That can be a very good modeling for the child also to learn how to cope with the adversity or with any difficult emotions, so that they will be aware of their emotions and they know how to deal with it in a difficult time. The third is increasing motivation and engagement with them, that we increase their motivation and engagement by playing with them and engaging with them fully in the house by playing or by discussing or by telling stories or by telling about us. So these activities and routines can help the child also to feel motivated that, yeah, I want to do more, I want to achieve things, and I wanted to change. Strengthen the relationship. Also, this makes the gap very small between the parents and the child, especially as I said, because they are losing trust on other people and they are not feeling safe. So these can reduce this gap between the parents or the caregivers and the child, and giving positive interactions between the children's and the caregivers. So that provide also a reliable support that whenever I am in a adversity or in a difficult time, I know for sure that I will come back to my parents or to my caregiver to take care of me and I'm not alone. So let's move to the next point, which is physical activity and play. So this point is essential for developing self-efficacy. We cannot say that we have to focus on the cognitive aspect only and we forgot about the other stuff, because as we know that trauma has many aspects in the child. It's not only psychologically or by their mind, because it affects the whole body, and we need to release those emotions and impacts in the child from the early interventions. So physical activity and play is very important for the child, and it's a very therapeutic for it. So in a therapeutic play, we sometimes, this can be with the therapist, this can be with the caregivers, this can be with friends. So there are many sides of this play. So we can say the therapeutic play, or we can say free play for the child can help also to release those emotions. Using play therapy to help the child express their emotions and experiences in a safe and supportive environment. Sports and physical education also can help encourage the child to set and achieve goals and work in teams. The most important thing in here is working with teams, so they can regain the trust on people and on the world that we can do something and we have mutual goals to achieve, and that build physical and mental resilience. That also can help to build or rebuild the brain cells that was damaged in the child's during the adversity. So these all the activities can help the child to feel that, yes, I am in a very supportive environment, that I can be myself, I can express, I can do the things that can make me feel I am able to do things. But the most important thing, that we don't force a child to do any activities that they don't know. We just encourage them to do the things according to what their preferences. So some families, they have their children and they want them to do these activities or do those interventions according to their wish, and which is not a good way to do that, because as long as we want it more effective, we need the child to choose it by their own. So we need to give them this power of choosing what they want, at the same time helping them in that. So what's the overall importance and benefits of this? Improving their mental health and making them more resilient. This is very important. Higher self-efficacy associated with lower level of anxiety and depression and other disorders. At the same time, it's make the child more satisfied about themselves. So developing self-efficacy in trauma-affected children leads to improve their mental health, better academic outcomes, and enhance their social skills. And it helps also breaking the cycle of trauma by equipping the children with the tools to cope and thrive. As we said also, academic outcomes. So the child, when he gets well in academics, so he feels more sure about his abilities and skills and more engaged and wants to succeed at school. We said also about the enhancing the social skills. Children with higher self-efficacy better able to deal and maintain positive relationships and having very good friends and an environment, supportive environment. So those benefits can give overall positive adjustment in the life of the child, and make them or help them to break the cycle of the trauma and foster resilience and more positive outlook in their life, even if they grow up. So I want to mention something here also about this, that all these strategies, the child cannot do it alone. It should be in many sides, from the parents, from the therapists, from the school. So all this should be integrated together to have the overall outcome. In conclusion, fostering self-efficacy in trauma-affected children is multifaceted process that require cognitive behavioral strategies and mastery experiences and social support. By providing these elements to caregiver and educators can help the children overcome the trauma and building resilient future. The importance of these interventions cannot be overstated, as they are critical for the emotional and the psychological recovery for the trauma-affected children. So as I said, that we cannot say that we can take just one part of these strategies and work on it and forget about the other parts. We have to work on them together, and we have to include many aspects or many people who are engaged with the child, so that we can have such outcomes that can help the child to move on in their life effectively. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope that you get benefit from this topic. Thank you so much.